Welcome to American Restored, your go-to destination for exploring the charm and history of bygone eras. Homes today may be sleek and modern, but once upon a time, they were filled with fascinating features that served both practical and aesthetic purposes. These details, now mostly gone, tell a story of craftsmanship, slower living, and clever design. In today's video, we'll take a trip back in time to uncover 15 old home features that have faded into history. Some were beautiful, some were purely functional, and others were a perfect mix of both. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's step into the past. 1. Sleeping porches. Before the age of air conditioning, many homes, especially in warmer climates, had screened-in porches where people would sleep during hot summer nights. These sleeping porches were often located on the second floor to catch cooler breezes and protect sleepers from insects. Families would bring out lightweight beds or cots, and children would fall asleep listening to the chirping of crickets. It was not only a practical solution for comfort, but also a cherished seasonal ritual that encouraged time spent in nature and fresh air. Today, these porches are rare, often enclosed and converted into extra rooms. 2. Built-in telephone nooks. When telephones were a luxury, they weren't scattered around the house like they are today. Instead, many homes had a dedicated built-in nook, often in a hallway, designed to hold the family's single phone. These nooks had a small shelf for a phone book, maybe a little bench or seat, and sometimes even a decorative archway. The telephone nook became the home's communication hub, where teenagers would stretch the cord around the corner for privacy and parents would listen in. As wireless phones arrived, these charming spaces disappeared, leaving behind only a hint of their social significance. 3. Milk doors. In the days of home milk delivery, many houses had a small double-door cabinet built right into the exterior wall. One door open from the outside for the milkman, and the other from the inside for the homeowner. This allowed for fresh milk, butter, and cream to be dropped off daily without disturbing the household. It was a brilliant system that kept perishables safe and cold, especially before refrigerators were common. Today, these milk doors are often sealed up, but they remain a nostalgic reminder of a time when fresh dairy was part of everyday life. 4. Coal chutes. Homes heated by coal often featured a chute that allowed coal to be delivered directly into the basement without tracking soot through the house. Coal trucks would pull up outside, dump coal down the chute, and the family would shovel into the furnace as needed. While it was a messy and labor-intensive system, it was an efficient way to keep homes warm during frigid winters. The coal chute is now a relic of a pre-electric heating era, sometimes still visible as a small metal door on old houses. 5. Dumbwaiters. These small freight elevators were once a staple in larger homes, especially those with multiple stories. A dumbwaiter allowed homeowners or staff to move food, laundry, or supplies between floors without climbing stairs. Operated by ropes and pulleys, they were a practical labor-saving device in a time before dishwashers and central laundry. In modern times, they become rare, though some historic homes still preserve them as charming, functional antiques. 6. Servant staircases. Many large, older homes had a second set of narrow stairs tucked away behind the main living spaces. These servant staircases allowed household staff to move between floors discreetly, away from the family and guests. They were often steep, utilitarian, and far less ornate than the main staircase. While their purpose reflected a different social structure, they remained fascinating architectural reminders of a time when homes were designed with strict separation of spaces. 7. Transom windows. Before central air systems, ventilation was achieved through clever architectural features like transom windows, small windows placed above interior doors. These could be opened to allow air to flow from room to room, keeping the home cooler in summer and reducing the need for electric fans. Often beautifully framed in wood, some even featured stained or leaded glass for decoration. Today, they're mostly decorative in restored homes, but their practical origins are still worth remembering. 8. Iceboxes. Before refrigerators, families stored perishable food in iceboxes, insulated wooden cabinets lined with zinc or tin and cooled by a block of ice delivered by the iceman. The melted ice drained into a pan that had to be emptied regularly. While they required more work than modern fridges, they were beautifully made, often with brass hardware and sturdy construction. A restored icebox today is a rare and striking piece of functional history. 9. Picture rails. In the era before drywall, homeowners avoided hammering nails directly into plaster walls. Instead, they used picture rails, horizontal wooden or metal strips installed near the ceiling, to hang artwork using hooks and wires. This allowed for easy rearrangement without damaging walls and gave rooms a distinct, elegant line that added to the decor. While rarely installed in new homes, picture rails remain a favorite feature in vintage interior design. 10. Pocket doors. These sliding doors disappear into the wall when opened, saving space and offering a clean, streamlined look. Popular in Victorian and Craftsman-era homes, pocket doors were perfect for closing off parlors, dining rooms, or libraries while maintaining an open feel when retracted. They often featured ornate woodwork and glass panels, and restoring one today can add significant character to a home. 11. Clawfoot tubs. A symbol of vintage luxury, the clawfoot bathtub became popular in the late 19th century as indoor plumbing spread. Made of heavy cast iron and coated in porcelain, these tubs were deep and perfect for long, relaxing soaks. They added elegance to bathrooms and could be positioned anywhere thanks to their freestanding design. While still produced today, original antique clawfoot tubs are prized for their craftsmanship. 12. Radiator covers. Steam radiators were once a common home heating system, but their bulky, utilitarian design often clashed with room decor. The solution was a radiator cover, usually made of wood or metal, often with decorative grills, that concealed the radiator while allowing heat to circulate. Some covers even doubled as shelving or seating, making them both practical and attractive. 13. Push-button light switches. In the early days of electricity, many homes featured push-button light switches instead of the familiar toggle design. With a satisfying click, these switches often had one button for on and another for off, set into a small porcelain or Bakelite plate. They were a small but stylish detail that reflected the novelty and excitement of electrical lighting. Restore versions are still available for period-style renovations. 14. Mail slots and doors. Instead of outdoor mailboxes, older homes often had a mail slot built directly into the front door. The postman could simply drop letters inside, keeping them safe from weather and theft. Inside, mail would land in a small basket or on a mat near the entryway. This feature provided convenience and charm, but as home security concerns grew, exterior mailboxes became more common. 15. Gaslight fixtures. Before electric lighting became standard, many homes used gas-powered light fixtures. These range from ornate chandeliers to simple wall sconces, often featuring delicate glass shades. Lighting them required care and maintenance, but the warm glow they produced was unmatched. Today, gaslight fixtures are mostly decorative antiques, preserved for their historic and aesthetic value. Final thoughts. These 15 features remind us that homes are more than just structures. They're reflections of the time, technology, and lifestyle of the people who lived in them. While modern conveniences have replaced many of these designs, they still hold a certain magic, a connection to the past that can't be replicated by mass-produced materials. If you enjoyed this journey into home history, please like this video, subscribe to American Restored, and share your own memories in the comments. We love hearing your stories, and who knows, maybe your memory will inspire our next video.